Winter, for Play of Thrones fans, has horrible connotations. But they woke up on a common cold Monday night in January to Thing Nice, a puzzle caravan for the show's definitive episode. It's been a length period upcoming. Time of year 7 displayed in the UK 2 year back, and spoiler alarm taking into account how ended, it didn't see love the human beings of Westeros had whatever to see Striker 2 in Time of Year 8. But fans certainly do, and precautionary once again, down there are spoilers for Time of Year 7 of Play of Thrones under. End of YouTube position by Game of Thrones. The puzzle didn't very speak us whatever we didn't already aware on Time of Year 8, but at the spot, superfan George Alexander doesn't thoroughness. We've waited so length with the recent Time of Year for the to go, whatever they offer us is he tells Wireless One Newsbeat. George watches each Play of Thrones scene 3 or 4 persons times, record his original reactions for his YouTube canal and later provided analyze. So you can think same's filled above each solitary other of the at first glimmer at Play of Thrones with 2017. The caravan shows Jon Snowing stood following to Sisters Arya and Sansa absolute in the tomb under Winterfell wherever all their loved ones are buried. It's the at first period Jon and Arya include been seen along with Time of Year 1, and though the isn't length of Time of Year 8, George thinks such too will act a big portion in the definitive Time of Year. I believe How's departure to be a big portion of it, to see how he reacts to how she's modified above period, he says. How's not all George thinks. I believe Daenerys' departure to discover herself pregnant woman in a slight Targaryen, he says. It was alluded to a lot in Time of Year 7, she was mentioned to Jon how she couldn't include family. I believe we're departure to discover how perhaps, since they're both of Targaryen bloodstream, how it has the force to build else Targaryen. A lot of the emotion of the puzzle caravan comes at the time while ice begins to distribution its way via the tomb as Jon, Arya and Sansa stare on statues of their own many faces. Down there's obviously a lot down there on possessing to see die in the eye and person it chief at, TV author and Play of Thrones superfan Chris Mandel tells Wireless One Newsbeat. We saw in the Time of Year 7 final how the side has been breached. This White's Walkers are on their path, so it's precise how their departure to include to drag along and fracture on mainly. Both of Chris and George believe the overnight star will be annihilated and his White's Walkers will be conquered. That is certainly a nice item for Jon Snowing and his household, order. George doesn't believe so. I've got thousands of theories. They're all perhaps terrible, he says. My theoretical is how Jon will paste Draken window in oneself and same'll be the new overnight star. He will in reality be the star in the polar, but not the one how we requested. Chris thinks Time of Year 8 will end less than controversially. Portion of me feels love which we can wait is the intrusion is departure to get up the at first part of the Time of Year will see them take on the White's Walkers, and who survives how will later include to go southward and transactions in Cersei. I believe she's in fact the big bad guy in all of the. Cersei now sits on the Ferris altar, and no one her nor her sibling Jaime are turned on in the caravan. Daenerys is else one whose lack or, in spite her creature George's favorite nature, he doesn't believe she'll see the end of Time of Year 8. Chris says how Play of Thrones is so in comparison with whatever else how predictive witch's departure to occur is almost unfeasible. But down there is one bit of consultation same'll be next front of April 14th the is a Shaw has been certain by destroy human beings as lives and murder off human beings, so it just stands to cause how its departure to be rather a gloomy late. I'm fair hard not to remain too assigned to two lot human beings in the throw.